Maplehurst was a town that whispered secrets to the wind. Nestled amidst rolling hills and whispering willows, it was a place where time seemed to drift by at its own pace. The air was always filled with the sweet scent of maple syrup, a reminder of the town's namesake and its slow, steady rhythm. The houses, painted in a kaleidoscope of pastel colors, lined the cobblestone streets, each one a testament to the generations that had called Maplehurst home. At the heart of Maplehurst stood the town library, a majestic Victorian building with a sprawling oak tree gracing its front yard. Its brick facade held the stories of countless autumns, the leaves turning from vibrant greens to warm oranges and reds, much like the tales within the library's walls. The scent of old paper and leather-bound books clung to the air inside, a comforting aroma that welcomed visitors with open arms. The library was more than just a repository of books. It was the soul of Maplehurst, a place where stories came alive and imaginations soared. One crisp autumn afternoon, Elara, a free-spirited artist with a heart full of wanderlust, found herself drawn to Maplehurst's charm. She arrived in her brightly painted van, its sides a canvas for her vibrant murals, a stark contrast to the town's quiet elegance. Her fingers itched to capture the town's beauty, its quaint houses, and the magical aura of the library on her canvases. On the same day, Julian, a history professor at the local college, sought solace among the library's familiar shelves. He was a man of routine, finding comfort in the orderliness of his life and the written word. With his neatly combed hair and tweed jacket, he was a picture of quiet contemplation, blending seamlessly into the library's tranquil atmosphere. Little did he know that his structured world was about to collide with Elara's whirlwind of color. The library was particularly peaceful that day, the silence broken only by the soft rustling of pages and the occasional creak of the old oak floorboards. Julian, engrossed in a biography of Winston Churchill, was startled by a loud crash from the next aisle. He peered cautiously around the bookshelf, his heart pounding a little faster than usual. Standing amidst a jumble of fallen books was Elara, her face flushed, a look of comical dismay on her face. It was clear that she had pulled a book from the bottom of the stack, bringing the rest down in a domino effect. Her eyes, the color of warm caramel, met Julian's, a startled blue, and for a moment, they simply stared at each other, the air thick with unspoken words. "Let me help you with that," Julian finally managed, his voice a low rumble that did strange things to Elara's stomach. He knelt down beside her, his fingers brushing against hers as they both reached for the same book. Elara felt a spark, a jolt of something unexpected, and she knew in that instant that her life in Maplehurst was about to get a whole lot more interesting. Over the next few weeks, Elara became a familiar face at the library. Julian would often find his gaze drawn to her as she sat by the window, sunlight streaming in to illuminate her canvas. She, in turn, found herself seeking him out, enjoying their conversations about history, art, and the magic of Maplehurst. They were an unlikely pair, Elara with her bohemian clothes and paint-splattered fingers, and Julian in his tweed jackets and neatly pressed shirts. She was impulsive and spontaneous, living life on her own terms, while he found comfort in routine and predictability. Yet, there was an undeniable spark between them, a connection that transcended their differences. Elara's vibrant energy was infectious, slowly chipping away at Julian's carefully constructed walls, and he found himself doing things he never thought he would, like attending an outdoor art fair and even trying his hand at painting. One rainy Saturday, they found themselves huddled together in the library's cozy reading nook, a shared blanket warming them as they read aloud from their favorite books. The rain beat a steady rhythm against the windows, creating a sense of intimacy that enveloped them both. As Julian looked at Elara, her face illuminated by the soft lamplight, he realized he was falling for her warmth, her laughter, and her ability to make him see the world in a whole new light. As the weeks turned into months, Elara's van was finally fixed, ready to take her to her next adventure. She found herself torn between the open road, her constant companion, and the warmth she felt in Maplehurst, a warmth that had Julian's name written all over it. The day she was supposed to leave, she stood outside the library, her heart heavy with the weight of her decision. Julian stood before her, his usually stoic face etched with worry. He had confessed his feelings for her the night before, his words a mix of hope and fear, and Elara had found herself speechless. "Don't go," Julian pleaded, his voice husky with emotion. "Stay with me. Let Maplehurst be your canvas, and let me be your muse." He took a step towards her, and Elara noticed a canvas leaning against the library wall. It was a painting of her, standing in the town square, sunlight catching the vibrant colors of her clothes, her face alight with laughter. Beside her, barely visible, stood a figure that could only be Julian, his hand reaching out towards her, a hesitant smile on his face. It was a beautiful representation of their love story, a testament to the way they had found each other in the most unexpected of places. Tears welled up in Elara's eyes. She looked at the painting, then back at Julian, her heart overflowing with love for this man who had embraced her chaos and shown her the beauty of staying still. In that moment, she knew she had found her home, her heart's true north. "Okay," she whispered, her voice thick with emotion, "I'll stay." As the sun set on Maplehurst, painting the sky in hues of orange, pink, and purple, Elara and Julian walked hand in hand towards the library, their laughter echoing through the quiet streets. They had found their own little piece of forever in the heart of Maplehurst, their love story just beginning to unfold, as timeless and enduring as the town itself.